Assalamu alaikum, dear friends. The government says, the federal government of PDM says that we don't have the resources to hold the elections, and also the other necessities are not available at the same time. So that is the reason that we cannot hold the election. Now, the the truth is that they don't want to hold the elections of the two provincial assemblies. Why? Because the resources look upon the money being spent on the subsidies. 60 billion rupees are going to be spent on the free ata scheme is good, not a bad one, but dear friends, it is not anyway lesser important to hold the election. Look upon the subsidy which is going to be given to the petrol consumer, to the motorbikers, and to the small vehicle owners. I think that and the government can hold the election. As for the money is concerned, the money is there. It should be handed over to the election commission, and the other necessities are also going should be provided. But I am of the view that the government will like to hold the election once the president of Orif Alvi does not remain in the presidency and his term expires. Maybe he is going to leave the office during September 2023. Also, the government is waiting for the change of the for the change of the for the change of Chief Justice of Pakistan. They want Umar Ata Bandial, the CJ, the present CJ, to leave the seat, and the Justice Faiz Isa to take over as the Chief Justice of Pakistan. Then only I think the government will be willing to hold the elections, and during that time the government will be providing different sort of subsidies, this type or that type, to somehow reduce their unpopularity, and so that they could make a little bit of the place to improve their vote bank, which has gone drastically down because of the skyrocketing prices of the consumer items. The PDM government, led by the PMLN and Shahbaz Sharif, they have become highly unpopular because of this thing. Whether there were certain compulsions or whatever the mismanagement, do call it anything, but the public doesn't count any of those things. And the public at the moment, they are very much annoyed, angry, rather furious against the present government, and that is why I think so. Not only this, rather the popularity of PTI chairman is at its peak at the moment. So for that reason, PTI too will want the election to be held as soon as possible, so that they could take the maximum advantage of the mood of the public, of the mood of the general public. The general public's mood is in the favor of PTI and its chairman, and totally against the PDM government, led by the PMLN. I think so. This is the sort of situation prevailing here in Pakistan. But as far the dissolution of the assemblies were concerned, that too was not a justified decision at all. That was not a right decision at all. Why? Because of several reasons. I think that both of these assemblies should have been allowed to continue and to complete their tenure, to complete their term, so that the general election, could be held at the same time. But PTI chairman thought that once I am not a prime minister, so there is no reason to somehow to allow these assemblies to continue. PTI chairman was of the view that now that once these once the PDM government has become highly unpopular, so if at all the election is held in the of the two provincial assemblies, he will be able to sweep the election, and indeed he will sweep the election. If the elections are held now, I think the PTI will sweep the election in both of these provinces. And then what is going to happen, that when the next general elections come, then both of these assemblies will be playing a lot of role in the victory of PTI in the next elections, in the elections of the National Assembly. And then it would be far easier for the PTI to sweep those elections, to secure two-thirds of the seats independently without making alliance with any other political party. So this is all a kind of chess game going on between the politicians of Pakistan. They don't think and they don't care what is good for the for general public and what is good for the state. They least care. Both of these, all of the politicians of Pakistan, what they want is that they want to gain power, they want to enjoy the protocol, and they want the ecstasy of the power, and that is the aim of each and every politician living and working here in Pakistan. As for the country is concerned, as for the general public is concerned, this was never their priority and it will never become their priority again. Unfortunately, this is the trouble here. And during all of that, I think if we have got the politicians like this one, then the things are unfortunately not going to improve at all. I think that all of these should be, and we need to bring the new people. We need to bring the people from the commoners who are honest enough, and we need to bring a party which is democratic enough, and then only we will be able to start marching toward the progress, to start marching toward the development and the prosperity. I think the ruling class must become very, very simple. They need to live a simpler life. Only then they will be able to abandon the corruption.